Consider this your warning label, because these family drama stories are so toxic, they should come with a label.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
You're welcome. First story. My brother and I think that my boyfriend and my brother's girlfriend are hooking up. Wild. So you and your brother, you both have a partner and you think they're getting together? That should be a movie plot. More of like an episode of Maury or Jerry Springer, but could be a pretty spicy rom-com without the rom. Or the com, really. This story came May 17th, 2026. I'm posting this because we genuinely don't know what to do or think at the moment, and we need some advice. Using fake names for all in case anyone we know finds this. My brother Darren and I think that our partners are cheating on us with each other. I have been dating my boyfriend Cole for a year now, and my brother recently started dating Sage about a month ago. We still live with our mom as I still go to school, and my older brother helps with bills and our younger brother. We just feel it's better this way, especially after everything we've been through recently as a family, but that's a whole different story. Cole moved in with us around the end of November, beginning of December last year. It started just as him staying over on weekends, then his stays just got progressively longer, and he eventually just started staying over every night. He's currently also in school, but online, and helps around the house with cleaning and cooking and all that kind of stuff. He's very good with my younger brother, and they have a brotherly bond as well. Sage has been staying over for the past 3 or 4 weeks, shortly after my brother and her started dating. I wasn't given the exact amount of time, but she lives more than 3 hours away. She is a nice girl, super easy to talk to and joke around with. My boyfriend and I were honestly a little startled by how outgoing she is, since we are a little more shy and introverts. She's already met our extended family as well, and she fits right in with us, and everyone adores her, even your boyfriend. Now on to the main topic, because that is what we are all here for. When Sage first came over, we were told by my mom to come and make her feel welcomed and comfortable, so we were out in the living room or kitchen most of the week playing games and having fun when we aren't at school or work. Over the first week, we have gotten more comfortable with her, including my boyfriend. She and my boyfriend have been the only ones home alone when everyone else was at work or school. One night, I woke up in the middle of the night and Cole wasn't in bed and didn't come back to bed for a while. I didn't think anything of it, and I went back to bed after a while, and the next day the four of us were in the living room together, Darren, Sage, Cole, and I. We were all talking and joking around, and I brought up the fact that he was gone for a while, and I asked where he went last night. He claimed he just went to the bathroom, but then Darren was also asking Sage the same thing. They were both gone for long periods of time that night. Sage looked at Darren and laughed and apologized and said she got a call from her friend and went outside to talk to her in her car. She then said to Darren, "I'll let you know next time if she calls again." We moved on after that. I guess I might believe that in the moment. The next thing that happened that has made us truly question things was this morning when I was dropping my younger brother off for school. He said that if Cole and I could keep it down when we're doing it because he couldn't sleep last night. He went on about how he didn't need to hear his older sister getting some and wished we didn't share a wall. Now, this would have been a valid concern if it was me, but it wasn't. I went to my cousin's house to hang out for the evening and I didn't come home until about 2 a.m. Cole and I did not do anything. He was already sleeping by the time I came back. Also, Cole and I are always mindful about the fact that my younger brother's room is on the other side of that wall. So, who was my boyfriend screwing in my own bed when I wasn't there? Well, after he voiced his disgust, I just said, "Okay, yeah, sorry about that. It won't happen again." And I dropped him off at school. I immediately texted Darren and I asked him if Sage left any time during the night. And he said at about midnight, she went to go talk to her friend again. I told Darren about what our little brother had told me, and Darren said that we would just talk about it after work and school. So we went about the day today, and when we came home, I went to Darren's car and we talked for a long time. Darren told me that Sage had been talking to her friend almost every night. We compared every little thing that we might have brushed off as nothing, and then it all clicked. So we think. week. These are the two bigger incidents that happened, but there are more. We need advice or an outside perspective on these incidents and what we should do. Does this sound like cheating, or are we just overthinking idiots with trust issues? Cole has never given me any reason to suspect that he would cheat. He is super against it and has no girls on his phone or anything. He's an introvert, only has a few friends, and even they keep joking about how Cole pulled off even getting a girl, me, to talk to him about how quiet and awkward he is. And Sage just doesn't seem like the type to do that sort of thing. Any advice? I can include other incidents that make us think this is what's happening if anyone needs more info on it. Listen, the first one I might believe that. Maybe he was taking a fat shite in the bathroom for a while. Whatever. Maybe she was getting a phone call and went outside to talk to her friends, because girls do chat for a long time, sometimes during the middle of the night. The other story, I don't know how there's any denying that, unless like you would say like, oh, I would put on a movie and it had sex scenes in it, and maybe your younger brother heard that, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, you guys.
It's not looking good for you, homeboy.
I feel like because I'm crazy, I would set up a hidden camera in my bedroom. You'll have all the evidence you need. We do have an update, and it came 6 days later. We're now at May 23rd. Hi. So yeah, they were definitely sleeping together. Shocker! The two damn cheaters were sleeping together in our family house. The night after I posted, we thought about putting cameras, as the top comment suggested. Yep. But then we decided for me just to go through Cole's phone. So I did. They'd been texting since we first met her. So basically the day she walked in the door. It looked like normal conversations at first. Then the messages would be like, he/she, meaning my brother or me, are gone or asleep. Come to the room or meet in the bathroom, or that was fun, wink face. Just flirty text messages like that. So that pretty much confirmed it. But then, as if that wasn't enough, I saw Sage ask Cole, can you send that video? I want to see it. And he sent a video of them doing it. I watched the video because, well, I'm an idiot who likes to hurt their own feelings, and it was bad. Oh my God. She tells us what's in the video. I'm so sorry. I'm so nosy. They were in doggy and he was recording from that angle, and she was calling him kinky names and kept saying, ew, and kept saying things like, am I better than girlfriend's name, daddy? I can't even say it, you guys. I don't want to read this. Someone else come read this for me. Anyway, something along those lines. There was no protection used and no... What? There was no rubber used and also no pullout, we'll say, in my bed. To be honest, it was pretty funny watching it because he would answer her when she would ask, which I assume is why she kept saying it. It hurt seeing my boyfriend of a year going at it with another girl, of course, but what can I do about something that's already happened many times? So I sent the video to myself and I didn't bother deleting the evidence, and I sent it to my brother. That same night we confronted them and they both denied it at first, and then I showed them the video that I had sent myself. That's when they both started crying and apologizing. I've never had to deal with a cheater in my life, let alone two, but man, it is pathetic when they get caught. I literally had to hold back at laughing when Cole started crying, because why are you the one crying when I'm the victim? I don't know. Darren told Sage that she's kicked out and he didn't care where she went. She tried to say that she had nowhere to go and brought up that she lived 3 hours away and that he picked her up, so she had no car either. Darren said he did not care and he needed her out within the hour. That it was one thing to go behind his back, but hurting me was also a big no-no. I love protective older brothers. So he kicked her out, and I told Cole that he had to leave to go back home too, which is about a 20-minute drive from our house. While Cole can give Sage a ride home 3 hours away. There you go. He tried to ask if we could talk about it and that we shouldn't let this ruin our relationship for a year, using all the cheater excuses there are, and I just told him that I am done with him. So they both left. Did they meet up after? Probably. Do I care? No. He didn't have a job or a car. And he even stated he doesn't really want a job either. He lives off his dad's money. Embarrassing for me that I was with him for so long. So if they wanted to even try to make that work, she would have to deal with that. Not my problem anymore. After they left, that's when I cried and I let it out. Darren comforted me. He even cried a little bit himself. Cole has tried DMing me on Instagram, but I just leave him on seen. Sage has even DM'd me too, apologizing and asking if I could tell Darren to call her. So that's what happened. That needs to be a movie script. I mean, I have the script for you right here. Just cast me. Who wants to be in it with me? Let's all it's a group project. We have more stories, but you know the drill. You know what time it is. This is your reminder. I don't care what else you drink throughout the day. I mean, I do care because I care about you, but you do need a sip of water. Cheers. You guys, I had a very angry comment. It might have been on Facebook or YouTube. I don't even know. It might be Facebook. She was like, I could give 2 Fs when you drink your water. I hate how you drink water every video and tell us to drink. She went off. She hates Hydration Station. Can't relate. Anyways, I just think it's funny that she gets that mad about a 5-second clip of drinking some water. God forbid I try to spread hydration in this world. Anyways, it was funny. You guys get it, and that's all that matters. You guys, I have some news. I'm moving. I'm not leaving Toronto. I have just been in the same place for 9 years. Since I came to Toronto 9 years ago, Matt and I are moving to a new spot. And I think I'm going to take you along for the entire journey over on my second channel. So if you want to see the details, let me know and I'll show it. Also, I hate packing. Moving might just be one of the absolute worst things, but it's to my dream condo. So we're not complaining. Next story. My sister slept with a guy that I was dating, gaslit me, never apologized, and is now getting married. My mom wants us to be close again. Would I be the a-hole for skipping her bridal events? Is she marrying the guy that you dated or someone different? This story first came April 13th, 2026. I, 33 female, have a surface level relationship with my family at best. I was kicked out by my mom at 18 and I have been fully independent ever since. I've never had a close relationship with my mom, but my sister, 30 female, and I used to be close. Until one specific event permanently changed that. I think we can guess what that event was. 9 years ago, I paid for my sister to fly out and visit me as a treat. While she was there, she slept with a guy that I was dating. When I confronted her, she told me it was my fault and that I should not have introduced them if I didn't want this to happen. She's never apologized, nor have we talked about it again over the last 9 years. Our relationship never recovered and it pretty much ended. We're cordial at family gatherings, but that's it. Now she's getting married in October to a youth pastor. Okay, so different person, not the boyfriend. I plan to attend the wedding, but my mom, who has no idea why my sister and I aren't close, is organizing bridal showers and pre-wedding events and expecting me to show up for all of it. I live about 1.5 to 2 hours away, and my family has a pattern of always expecting me to make the drive while never meeting me halfway, literally or figuratively. I have 3 things that I'm genuinely conflicted about, and I would love y'all's perspective on. Number 1, would I be the a-hole for skipping her bridal shower and pre-wedding events? I'm willing to attend the wedding, but I'm struggling to authentically show up and celebrate someone who has never acknowledged or apologized for how she betrayed and gaslit me. Number 2, should I tell my mom the full story? My mom blames me for distancing myself from the family and has no idea what actually happened. Part of me wants to finally stop being the one who looks like the problem, but I also worry that telling the truth will either blow things up or result in me being told to just forgive and get over it. Well, even if they don't know the truth, that is what you're being told in a sense, like with these events. It's whatever issue you and your sister have, and if you're not that close, still show up. It's her wedding, you know? At number 3, should I try to have a direct conversation with my sister before the wedding? The only reason I would want to mend things at all is to make it easier to have a relationship with her 8-year-old son, my nephew. I'm exhausted from being expected to show up for people who have never shown up for me, and I don't know what I actually owe her at this point. Edit. To clear up some confusion, my sister was already pregnant when she hooked up. Oh, right, because the kid is 8 and this happened 9 years ago. Yes. My mind was not sharp enough to get there to think that the child was the guy she slept with that you were dating. My sister was already pregnant when she hooked up with my ex during her visit, but no one knew because she had kept the pregnancy a secret from everyone. My ex is not my nephew's father, nor is he her fiance. Those are 3 completely different people. The identity of my nephew's biological father is unknown, but it's definitely not my ex, thankfully. We have an update. Over a month later, we are now at May 15th, 2026. My mom ended up sensing that something was off and kept pushing me for an answer about why I was acting withdrawn and unenthusiastic about my sister's pre-wedding events. So I finally had a conversation with her. I didn't get into all the details, but I told her that I've carried a lot of hurt and resentment towards my sister, and I gave her the rundown on why we don't have a real relationship anymore. At first, she said it was understandable that I was hurt and encouraged me to talk to my sister directly and give her the chance to apologize. She mentioned that my sister has expressed missing our relationship and that she has grown a lot in her faith and is a different person now. But the part that really stung was when she said, "You've both really hurt each other in different ways. Maybe you did something to make her act that way." Implying that my sister slept with the guy I was dating because I somehow provoked it. When in reality, I had literally flown her out to visit me and paid for her trip because we were close and I wanted to do something nice for her. It felt like my mom was making excuses for my sister while minimizing what I actually went through. I told my mom that if my sister truly missed having a relationship with me and had genuinely grown, she would be the one to reach out. I'm tired of always being expected to take the first step and be the bigger person with my family, especially when I'm the one who was hurt. My sister hasn't reached out to me, and I don't know if my mom said anything to her. Either way, the silence tracks. My conversation with my mom ended without any real resolution, and it kind of just landed flat. But it is a relief that my mom finally knows why I've been withdrawn and unenthusiastic about the pre-wedding events specifically. I have a complicated relationship with my family, so I will still be attending the wedding, but I am opting out of the pre-wedding bridal events. I can't show up and genuinely celebrate someone who has never acknowledged how she hurt me, and I'm done sweeping things under the rug just to maintain appearances. The one thing I'm still sitting with is my nephew. He was a big part of why I even considered trying to mend things with my sister in the first place. I'm more conflicted about that now than I was when I first posted, but I don't have a clean answer there yet. That's tricky. I still feel like even if you guys mended things, you'll still hold resentment unless she actually takes accountability and apologizes. But if she's convinced herself she's done nothing wrong or it was deserved or whatever, I don't know. Your only option would be to forget about it and whatever, but I would still hold the resentment because it never actually got acknowledged or talked about or, worked through. How do you heal? You don't. Next story. My mother flipped out after they found out I sent my sister's boyfriend some of her things after she passed away. Oh, this is so sad. This story came way back when, in April 12th, 2016. Background. My sister Anne and her boyfriend Tom have known each other since they started college and began dating during their 3rd year. I watched them support each other through difficult times, and I also saw how they encouraged each other to grow, not only as a couple, but also as individuals. Basically, they were really happy and great together. Because my sister and I are best friends, I also grew close to Tom, and I saw him as a brother that I never had. We all lived in the same city near my parents, me at home, while Tom and Anne had a condo together, but Tom ended up getting a great job across the country. They decided to sell the condo and move to a new city. Tom left earlier and Anne stayed behind to finish up a contract and help pack and move the rest of their things when she was done. Now on to present times. Before Anne moved, she suddenly passed away. I can't even imagine. A sister, a daughter, a partner. Oh, it's horrible. Even now, I still don't know how to process her death. It took us all by surprise, and without going into too much detail, I can only say that it was unexpected. Her passing was a blur to everyone in our family. I think that Tom took her passing the worst, though. He confided in me that he was going to propose to her soon after she moved. I'm gonna cry. This is terrible. I can't imagine. That's like one of my, look at me, I'm gonna tear up. I can't imagine. One of my biggest fears is like going to be when I lose Matt. You know, losing your lifelong partner, no matter what, is like horrible. Anyways, we're not gonna cry. Get all sniffly, dry up the eye beds because I got makeup on. When Tom flew home after Anne's funeral, he called me and asked me if I could send him some of her things. He wasn't demanding or anything and said that if it was a bother, he would understand. I thought that the things he asked for were pretty reasonable. He just wanted one of her stuffed animals. It was a matching pair, and he had the second one already. He also asked for her ring. They had purchased matching rings at a popular jewelry store, and it wasn't an heirloom or a wedding band type thing. The last thing he asked for was a scrapbook that the two of them had been working on together. Tom said that he missed her a lot, and since they were in the process of moving, he regretted not having anything at home to remind him of her. I thought the request was reasonable. Besides, these were things that they purchased together. I sent them to Tom the next day, and I didn't think anything of it. A few days later, I came home from work and I found my mother sifting through Anne's things. She asked me if I'd seen her ring since it was missing from her vanity. I told her about Tom's request and how I sent it away. She immediately started to freak out. I have never seen my mom that angry before. She started to yell that it wasn't mine to give away and that I had no right sending off Anne's things to other people. I got flustered and I told her that even if I didn't have a right to return it to Tom, it's not like she has the right to keep it. This seemed to make her even more mad, and she just kept yelling and yelling about how Anne's things belonged at home. My dad had to calm my mom down and left the house for a few hours. It's been 2 days since, and my mother hasn't talked to me once. I am so confused, and I wonder if I did something out of line. Tom literally had nothing at his place of Anne's, and they're both adults, and technically, Tom bought the ring for Anne. Did I act too quickly by sending it to Tom? I just feel like emotions are so high right now that everything your sister owned is going to mean so much to your mom in this moment. She is grieving so hard right now. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think it's the emotional part of grief that's like really hitting her right now. But we have an update, so I'm hoping that they were able to work through this moment. We'll see what happens. It came 5 days later. Anyways, after my mom's initial freak out, I tried so hard to stay home and work it out. I knew in my heart that she was only grieving, but even then I couldn't take it anymore. Part of me felt like she was being selfish. She lost her daughter, but so did my father, and I lost my sister, and Tom lost the woman that he was supposed to spend the rest of his life with. My mother continued to be passive aggressive to a point where I felt like she was just being cruel. For example, I was in the kitchen talking to my dad about whether or not we should unpack Anne's boxes. My mother turned to my father and said, "You ought to keep an eye on me in case she tries to pawn off more of Anne's things." As much as I loved my mother, I needed to take care of myself first. I ended up packing a few things and staying at a friend's house to cool off for a little bit. Before I left, my father and I agreed that we should just get the family into counseling, and he said that he would talk to my mother while I was away. A few days passed and my mother ended up calling me. I could tell that she had been crying and she ended up apologizing. She admitted that it was irrational to keep all of Anne's things and that Tom had every right to Anne's mementos, especially since it was so personal to their relationship. She said that after I left, she realized she was pushing away everyone around her and that she didn't want to lose me too. I asked her why she was so fixated on that ring, and she said that since she saw Anne wear it every day, she wanted to wear She wanted to wear it as a reminder of Anne. She said she kind of felt stupid though, since it was a romantic gesture from Tom, and she just wasn't thinking clearly. My family has our first counseling appointment next week, and I'm hoping that it'll help us out a lot. I also decided to take my mom to the store that Anne's ring is from to get our own matching rings. It'll be a different style, but we're thinking of engraving Anne's name or birthday inside the band. I totally get that everyone is hurting from her passing, and my mother is normally a very rational and loving woman. I've decided to move forward from this and to forgive her. I've also been keeping in contact with Tom to try and support him the best I can. I believe that he's also looking into getting some counseling as well. Thanks again to everyone who offered love and support. Oh, and for the few people who messaged me accusing my mother of trying to sell Anne's ring, I'm not so sorry to report that my family might be a little crazy, but we're not that dramatic. I never thought that. My mind never went there. All I saw was grieving mother. So, all right, guys, let me know your thoughts on these ones. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you in the comment section.